Welcome to another live stream of Roll Up a Power Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. What we here for today, Mr. Roll Up? I gotta tell y'all about how I got tried by some little girls in my teenage years. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. I've been seeing all on the internet, how it's a bunch of guys out here messing around with little kids. And it's crazy how I'm the complete opposite of it. So let me go in and give y'all my side of when these type of things happen with me. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. I don't know, man. I guess it's all in how people be raised or whatnot, to determine what type of shit they gonna do in life. And then, sometimes you just got some people that just spare the moment. They just do something at the spare of the moment that they shouldn't be doing and they get caught up. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. I ain't never been the type that like little kids or none of that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that was never my thing. So let me tell y'all what I got coming for you. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Too scared. Top of the AM from Cali, bro. My dog tapped in. My nigga stay tapped in. You feel me? I don't know what y'all time frame is over there in Cali, but here, what is like 10:20 or something. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's the AM over here too, my dog. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. All right, let's get it right. So the first incident, right? I was about 15. I was 15. I was 15, right? Said it's 7:20 out there. Okay, so y'all 3 hours behind. Okay, cool, cool. All right. So like I said, I keep saying about. I was 15. I remember this because I started growing my hair out at that point. I didn't have my hair for 20 years. I'm 35 now. You know what I'm saying? I never cut it or none of that. I kept my shit. I always felt like my hair was my strength. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I was a kid, I had my hair was real long. Like my shit was down here. You know what I'm saying? But then when I turned like 5 or 6 years old, I got to complaining about it, and I had cut it off. You know what I'm saying? So when I cut it off, I immediately regretted that shit. You know what I'm saying? And my daddy was like, "Nah, nigga, you kept bitching about it. Woo woo. You can't grow it back until you become an adult." Type shit. I was mad as hell. You know what I'm saying? So I always had to get haircuts growing up and all that shit, right? Well, by the time I turned 15, my daddy said, "You know what? Fuck it. You of age. You can go ahead and grow your hair back. Cool, because he knew that I really wanted to grow my shit back. You know what I'm saying? So I started growing it back then, right? All right. Now I'm 15, right? I'm starting to grow my hair out. As you can see, my hair grow real quick. You know what I'm saying? Just by my beard, you can tell like my shit grow real quick. You know what I'm saying? I had my beard maybe about 6, 7 months. And you see how thick and full it is now. So anyway, when I started growing my hair out, I only had it for like a month, and I already had like a little mini fro going on. You know what I'm saying? Within the first month. So I'm on the block with the homies, right? It was this woman that stayed on the corner house. She ran a foster home. So she had like 5 or 6 kids in this foster home. It might have been a couple of more. I know it was a bunch of little badass kids. You know what I'm saying? They all range from about 9 down to like 4 or 5 years old. The 9-year-old was the oldest one. All the other ones was up under this 9-year-old that I'm gonna tell y'all about, right? So with her running this foster home with all these kids and shit, the kids running in out the house, bad as hell, all that type of shit, right? All right, now me and my homie, he stayed right next door to that woman. You know what I'm saying? But we used to hang out on the corner and shit. So one day we at my homie house that stayed right next door to her. You know what I'm saying? We sitting on his porch. It's about 4 or 5 of us, the guys, we all out there kicking it and shit, right? So while we out there kicking it, the little 9-year-old from the foster house, she came from over there to where we was at. Now my man's he knew the woman that ran the foster home. You know what I'm saying? He was cool with her and shit. So her and the kids, they was cool with my man's and his family. So the kids would run back and forth, you know, from house to house type shit. Well, the 9-year-old came over one day, right? While we sitting on the porch, we all talking shit, laughing, blah blah blah, right? So the 9-year-old walk up. He like, you know, hey, we grown over here. You know, we all like, we in between like 14 to 16. You know what I'm saying? And this damn 9-year-old walk up on us. We like, hey, you know, this ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? Go on back over there. Cause she was like trying to be grown. Like she was trying to be in our business and shit. You know, we like, hey, go ahead. You know, go in the house or go play or something. You know, what is you doing? Type shit, right? Well, she was very mature for her age. This 9-year-old girl, she was like black and Latino. She was a real pretty little young girl, you know. She had a lot of long hair. Like you could tell in her hair she was mixed with something. You know what I'm saying? And she was like a light skinned complexion. She was a pretty little young girl, you know what I'm saying? But she was a damn foster kid, you know. So basically, she been bouncing around house to house, is what I'm guessing. You know what I'm saying? And she done gained a lot of wisdom or whatever in her time frame. You know what I'm saying? So she was real mature for her age, you know. So anyway, she out there talking to us and shit, you know. She keep on touching my hair. She like, hey guy, I could braid your hair for you, you know. I'm like, man, you can't braid my hair. You know, first of all, I just started growing it, you know. I ain't even had that much hair, you know. I'm like, you know, this is what I'm thinking. Like, she can't braid my hair. What the fuck is she talking about? You know. She like, no, I'm for real. I could braid your hair for you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. You just want to play in my head type shit. You know what I'm saying? So my homeboy that stayed in that house, he like, nah, bro, she could braid for real. I'm like, nigga, what? You know what I'm saying? A 9-year-old know how to braid? What the fuck is you talking about? He like, nah, my nigga, I promise you, she know how to braid. You know what I'm saying? He like, just go ahead and let her try it, you know? I'm like, man, you know what? Fuck you. We sitting here on the block. We don't got shit to do. You know, whatever, man. So I'm like, all right, go on ahead, you know. And I only did it because my homie approved it type shit, you know. So I'm like, all right, go on ahead. So she had a comb. She got to part of my shit. Got to braid me up, right? Now, when you know your head, you know your head. You know what I'm saying? So while she braiding, I could tell that she know what she doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, this girl actually know how to braid. Like, that's crazy as hell. Mayrism, what's the deal? Tap in. Tap the fuck in. All right. Now, like I said, with her braid my hair, right? I knew that she knew what she was doing. You know what I'm saying? She did like 2 or 3 braids or something. And then the foster lady came out the house and told her, hey, you got to come back home. You know, it was time for her to go back home because the foster lady was going to the grocery store. So basically, she was going to take all the kids with her, you know, to go grocery shopping. But the 9-year-old didn't want to go. You know what I'm saying? So while she getting called over there, she like, well, at the moms and the, you know, the foster mom, she like, after she leave, you can come over to the house and I could braid your hair over there because I can't come back outside, you know, while they gone type shit. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever, you know. So she went over there to the house. She talked to the foster mom, I guess convinced her to let her stay at home type shit. So the foster mom like, all right, cool. She packed up all the other kids, they left. Which you should not be leaving no 9-year-old at home by themselves anyway, but this the hood, you know, so that's what she did. So she packed up the kids, they pulled off. Boom. They gone, right? Girl come to the door, you know, she opened the screen door, she flagged me down, like, come on, come on. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go over there, right? We go in the basement. Now, while we in the basement, she get to braid me up down there. You know what I'm saying? We talking shit, whatever. I mean, you know, I ain't really talking much with her, but you know, holding a little convo with her, you know, while she braid my hair and shit. So she twisted me all the way up. My shit was buttered. This was my first time getting my hair braided since I started growing it. And this came from a 9-year-old. You know what I'm saying? So she was cold with this shit. I'm like, damn, I might have to have her as my braider now. Like, that's crazy. A fucking 9-year-old? Like, that was wild as hell. You know what I'm saying? And of course, she wasn't on no charge and shit and none of that. She just wanted to do it. So I'm like, damn, that's what's up. That was some clutch ass shit right there. So after she braided me up, I'm in the mirror looking at my shit, right? Well, she had one of them mirrors that like sat on the floor, like one of them skinny tall mirrors, you know what I'm saying, that sit from like the floor on up type shit. She had like one of them kind of mirrors. So I'm looking in the mirror, I'm like, oh shit, my shit hidden. I like, yeah, I fuck with that, right? Well, while that's going on, I'm looking, in the mirror, and while you're looking in the mirror, it give you the reflection behind you type shit. And the reflection behind me is her. She on the couch, bent over. Mind you, this a little 9-year-old girl. She just bent over on the couch. You know what I'm saying? Like she was waiting on me type shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking in the mirror like, what the fuck is she doing? So I turn around. She is bent over on the couch. Not only she bent over, she like got her hand, between her legs, like telling me to come here like this type of shit. I'm like, what the fuck is you on? She like, come get it. The fuck is you talking about come get it? She like, don't nobody gotta know. I won't say nothing. This not my first time. I get it. I'm not gonna get you in no trouble. I just want you to come get it. Nah. Now, like I said at the beginning, right? I ain't never been that type that was in the kids or none of that. I was never like that. And I never will be like that. You know what I'm saying? So this part of the reason why I have my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like my baby mama and her family, they know that I don't play that kid shit. You know what I'm saying? So they know that I'm not gonna do nothing to my kids. Like I'm just cut like that. You know what I'm saying? You got some guys that's into kids, but I'm just one of them that's not. Kids is not no turn on to me at all. You know what I'm saying? At the point I'm at, where I'm 35 now, I really don't even like women that's like under 21. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is too young for me. You know what I'm saying? Really 25 and up for me. But it's a couple of them like 22, 23 that's mature or whatever. I could talk to them. But for the most part, I don't even really like women under 25 for real. You know what I'm saying? So I just always been that type. Like I don't like kids. That just wasn't ever my thing. So anyway, with her doing that, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, nah, we ain't doing that. So she jump up and she run to me and she trying to, grab my chest. She like, please, I won't say anything. I promise I won't tell. Just go ahead and give me some. She just came out and said, just give me some. She like, I want to know what it's like. You my type. Can you just give me some? We in the house by herself. Don't nobody got to know. I mean, like, she got all these little scenarios going on. Mind you, she 9 years old, talking like she a damn adult or some shit, right? Soon as she said that, I'm like, man, you tripping. I pushed her to the side, pushed her on to the couch. You know what I'm saying? So boom, when she hit the couch, I ran right up the stairs, jetted out that bitch, shot out the door, took off running down the side street. Our side street was called Vassar. You know what I'm saying? I shot straight down Vassar, back to my block. Boom, I went home. You know what I'm saying? I'm at home looking in the mirror like, I can't believe this little kid just tried me like that. Like, what type of shit was that? I came back out maybe like an hour later. You know what I'm saying? By this time, the mama and the kid, the foster kids, they all done came back. You know what I'm saying? So they came back and shit. I'm like, cool. Nah, I can go ahead and walk past the house. You know what I'm saying? Because, she ain't gonna try nothing with the mama there, So I walked past the house, right? When I walked past the house, the door opened. And it was the girl. She like, hey, how you doing? She acting like ain't nothing even happened, type shit. I just kept walking. I went back to my man's and them, right? So I'm over there with the homies. I'm like, hey, man, look, yeah, girl braided me up and everything, but low key, she was on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So they like, what you mean? Whoop-de-whoop. So I'm telling them, I'm like, man, girl tried me for real, So my man jumped up like, oh, no. I gotta go say something. Woo woo. I'm like, nah, bro, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't want to get that girl ruined. You know, get her kicked off whatever case she on. You know, and they got to put her back in the system and all of that type of shit. You know, I'm like, I don't want to do that to her. You know, so we just gonna keep this in between us. You know, type shit. So, so they like, all right, cool. You know, so we all on the block talking our shit, right? Couple hours go by, I go to the crib. Now on the low, I think my man's name Ant. You know what I'm saying? I think Ant went over there and said something to the mother because literally like a couple of days later, they all moved. The woman and all the foster kids, they just disappeared. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what the fuck happened to them, and we never heard from them ever again. They just disappeared a few days later. So I think Ant did say something, or maybe he didn't, and maybe they just so happened to leave. You know what I'm saying? But me, I think that and when it says something, you know what I'm saying, and she like fuck that. Either we gotta move or I gotta get this kid up out of here. You know what I'm saying? And I think she was getting a nice little ticket off them kids, so she probably didn't want to have to send the kids back into the system. So they just packed up and left. Maybe she felt like if they move away, then the little girl won't try and be, active with us. Cause it was a bunch of guys. Like we all was teenagers, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking it could have been something like that. Who knows? But all I know is they disappeared a few days later. No lie, right? Then gone. So that was the first story. Now let me tell y'all the second one. Not like I said, the first one, the girl, she was 9 years old and I was 15. You know what I'm saying? No go at all, And I was sexually active and everything, but no go. I don't roll like that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, story number two, right? This girl was 12 years old. Her name was Tansy. You know what I'm saying? She was a family member of my cousins, like one of their family members. So she wasn't my family member. She was one of their family members. You know what I'm saying? Like a cousin of a cousin type shit, right? So with that being said, these people was from my old hood on West Warren. Now I done told y'all about West Warren, how I used to always go over there. I told y'all how my cousin put a gun on me and shit because I wouldn't like them no more, because I was living a better life than them. You know what I'm saying? So West Warren was poverty. You know what I'm saying? Straight poverty. That was the real gutter. You know what I'm saying? The area I moved to on 7 Mile, everybody said 7 Mile was the rich hood of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So basically, I went from the poverty hood to the rich hood. You know what I'm saying? And everybody in Detroit know this. So, if you're from the D, you know what I'm talking about. So with me going back over there on West Warren, I'm shining. You know what I'm saying? I got fresh clothes on and shit. I'm always looking good. I got money in my pocket. I'm killing them. You know what I'm saying? They poverty. You know what I'm saying? Every time I came over there, I stood out from everybody because my lifestyle wasn't like theirs. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, this time when I came over there, right? The girl Tansy, and there was a whole bunch of other little kids on the porch. Tansy was 12 years old. At that time, I was 18. So these two cases happened a couple of years apart. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I come over there, right, I had caught the bus over there. I told y'all that I was catching the bus over there time to time too. This is when I first turned 18. You know what I'm saying? So my daddy was a bus driver for the city, right? So he got these bus cards. My mama, she worked downtown Detroit. Now, if you know anything about downtown Detroit, they parking structure is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So the parking be like $200 a month. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Well, she didn't want to pay that shit. So my daddy was like, look, I can get you a bus card. You can catch the bus down there or whatever. You can ride the bus for free, and leave the car at home. So my mom and my daddy, they worked that out. She was cool with it. You know what I'm saying? And the bus stop was literally right down the street from my house. So she just had like a little 2-block walk up the street to 7 Mile. Boom. By the time she get down there, the bus pulling up and shoot her straight downtown. And the same thing on the back. When she get off, the bus stop right there in front of her job. When she get off the bus pulling up, she jump on the bus, come back home. You know what I'm saying? So it worked out for her better like that. So my daddy was giving her bus cards, you know what I'm saying? And the bus card to be active for like a month. And then he got to get her another bus card. So month by month, he was giving her new bus cards, you know what I'm saying? To ride the bus for free. Now on the weekends, my mama didn't go to work. She was off on the weekends. So them was the days I would use her bus card to go over there on West Warren. You know what I'm saying? I would use her bus card on the weekends. She'd use it during the week. So we rode the bus for free. You know what I'm saying? So this was one of them times I used her bus card, right? I used the bus card, went over there to West Warren. Boom, get off the bus, walk up the block, right? While I'm walking up the block, I see all these kids on the porch of my auntie house where I was going to, right? Whole bunch of little badass kids again, right? We all know badass kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole bunch of them little bad motherfuckers. Again, with Tansy being the oldest, she was 12, and all the other little kids was probably like 11 on down. You know what I'm saying? I ain't paid them no mind. Bunch of little badass kids, right? So I'm walking up on the porch to go in the house. Before I can get to the door, the girl Tansy jumped up and jumped in front of the door. Like, who is you? Where are you going? Woo woo. Now, like I said, this is a poverty neighborhood, so even the kids be on tip. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, Tansy was like a cousin of the cousins type shit. So she never seen me before. She didn't know who I was, you know. So I don't know if she thought I was coming over there to do something or what, you know. But she jumped in front of the door. I'm like, look, man, get your little ass back. Like, what is wrong with you? You know? She like, I don't know you. Woo, woo, woo. You can't just come up in here, blah, blah, blah. You know, talking crazy and shit, right? I'm like, man, look, these little kids be tweaking. You know what I'm saying? Just so happened my cousin was coming out the house. So while he was coming out, he pushed her to the side, like, move, what the fuck is you doing? She like, this guy here, I don't know who he is, blah, blah, blah. He like, that's Scooter. You know what I'm saying? That was my name over there on West Warren. They called me Scooter over there. You know what I'm saying? On the west side, my family called me Scooter. On the east side, my family called me Baby Neil, which is like the junior name of my daddy name. I was my daddy's junior. So they called me Baby Neil on the east side. They called me Scooter on the west side, right? So he like, that's Scooter, She like, oh my God, that's him, blah, 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 So the family told her about me, but she never seen me before, So when he said my name, she like, oh, okay, yeah, I know who you is, blah, blah, blah. Her whole tune changed, you know what I'm saying? So now she cool type shit. All right, whatever. Me and my cousin went back in the house, you know what I'm saying? Now, y'all can go look at my shorts that I showed y'all on Northfield and West Warren. That's the old hood. You can go look at the shorts. Look at the house. Big, dumb ass house. Like, them houses over there is humongous. You know what I'm saying? So, it'll be like 10 to 15 people in the house at all times. You know what I'm saying? The house was a fucking house party. Like I said, if you want to get an idea of what I'm talking about, go look at it in the shorts. It's a big, stupid ass house. And that's how every house was over there in that area. Like, all them houses was big as fuck like that. So it'll be a lot of people staying in them houses. You know what I'm saying? That hood shit, right? So anyway, I go in the house. Family everywhere. Everybody getting pulled up. Everybody blowing. You know what I'm saying? This is just everyday shit. You feel me? So walking past everybody, slapping fives at the fam, boom, 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 all of that type of shit, right? I go sit on the couch. I'm chilling on the couch watching TV with some of the fam. It's about 4 or 5 of us in the living room watching TV. The other 10, 15 motherfuckers, they all through the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy like that back then. So anyway, I'm sitting on the couch watching TV, right? The little girl Tansy come walk in the house, right? She come in and shit. When she come in, she sit on the couch next to me. The fuck is you doing? You know what I'm saying? I ain't say shit, She just sitting there chilling for like about maybe 2 minutes. Ain't saying nothing for about a good 2 minutes straight, right? Next thing you know, she just got to questioning me. Where you live at? What you be doing? You look real nice. Look at your clothes and stuff. Your hair done nice. Like she just naming all of this shit about me. Just talking about everything nice. So what do I do and all of this? I'm like, man, get out my business. She 12 years old. I'm 18. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, get out my business. What type of time you on? I'm not gonna lie. My West Warren family, ball business. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew that this little girl was a freak. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't say shit. They didn't give a fuck. While I'm on that, let me throw this in there real quick, right? It was a guy from the hood named Nuts. At the time, I'm 18. Nuts was like 20, 21, maybe something like that, right? Long story short, come to find out, Nuts fucked around with her one time, right? The family didn't say shit. Her daddy, the guy, the girl Tansy daddy, found out that Nuts smashed, Tansy when she was a little kid, like 11, 12 years old or something. The daddy came over there, beat Nuts' ass, knocked his teeth out, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But again, that was because her daddy came to the rescue. My family, they ain't say shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how it was in the hood. That's why, honestly, that's why a lot of these kids be growing up like that. You know what I'm saying? Because family don't be saying shit. Family be letting them out here sucking dick and fucking niggas and shit. They don't be saying nothing, man. And this was just one of them type of situations where my family ain't say nothing. They like, hey, fuck you. You fuck with her, you fuck with her. I mean, this not what they said, but this is the energy that they was giving me. You know what I'm saying? They know that this little girl sitting next to me asked me all these questions and shit, and ain't nobody saying nothing, right? So I got up off the couch. I went through the house. Like I said, this is a big ass house, so I don't got to be sitting here in the living room or none of that. I went to different parts of the house. You know what I'm saying? I'm opening doors. My auntie, which was her house, my auntie Cynthia, rest in peace, Cynthia. You know what I'm saying? She was a true OG. You feel me? And y'all know I don't lie on the dead. You feel me? So I'm not making up shit. Well, she was the big drug dealer in the hood back then. I know, right? A female. She was the big drug dealer back then. You know what I'm saying? So I went to go open up her door. What's up, auntie? You know what I'm saying? She had a big ass flat screen on her wall. Back then, you had that big ass 60, 70 inch, you was a baller. Nowadays, that's like, regular shit to have a big TV like that on your wall. Back then, that was what, 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So if you had a 60 inch 15 years ago, you was that nigga type shit, Like I said, my auntie, biggest dope dealer in the hood. She was that. You know what I'm saying? So she had the flats. She had all the dope and shit in her room. She have it on the trays, cutting the shit up, all of that. Like that was a gangsta ass time zone. You know what I'm saying? So I opened the door. What's the deal with the whoop? She sitting there chopping up the crack. What's up, nephew? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? All right. I closed the door on her. Go to the next room. The next room is her daughter, my auntie Cynthia, her daughter. Her daughter named Ashley. You know what I'm saying? Ashley had like 3 of her girls in that room. Like every room, it was something different going on in every room of the house. It had the upstairs and the downstairs of it. So you had motherfuckers upstairs and you had motherfuckers downstairs. My auntie, she was downstairs. You know what I'm saying? So basically, it was like the women had the rooms downstairs and the men had the shit upstairs type shit. That's how it was like set up. But again, everybody be in and out the house, all over the place. But when it's time to go in them rooms, the downstairs is for the women, the upstairs is for the men. All right. After I go through Ashley's room, I'm kicking it with her and her girls and shit. I leave out of there, go in the next room. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of girls in this back room. I'm back there talking to them. They all smoking and drinking and all of that shit, right? All right, cool. I leave out that room. I go through the back stairs to go upstairs. You know what I'm saying? Now through the back of the house, it's a staircase that take you up and take you down the stairs, right? So I go to the back of the house where the staircase at, took the stairs upstairs, right? Now I'm on the top floor, right? Where all the guys at. I'm up there with them, room to room. Again, every room, it was something different. You know what I'm saying? This was like some New Jack City type shit. Like, swear to God, you know what I'm saying? So I'm fucking with everybody. Boom. After I get done with everybody from the back of the house, I go to the front of the house, upstairs, where the living room was at, upstairs, which was at the front of the house. So I go to the living room, boom. I lay back on the couch, right? Couple of my cousins, guy cousins, straight up gangsta ass niggas, right? We all around the same age. So them niggas in there playing 2K and shit, you know. I lean back on the couch, I'm watching them while they playing 2K or whatever, right? So they in front of me, I'm behind them. I'm behind them on the couch laid back. They sitting in front of me in chairs playing the 2K and shit, right? Well, while that's going on, what happened? The girl Tansy, she come up the damn stairs. I look down the hallway because you know you can hear people walking up and down the stairs, right? Because them stairs old as hell. So you would hear somebody coming up and down the motherfuckers. So I'm looking to see who the fuck about to come through that back door. Because that hallway is a straight hallway from the front of the house to the back of the house. So if you in the front of the house, you can see to the back of the house type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking through the hallway to see who the fuck about to come through that door. It's Tansy. You know what I'm saying? So she come walking through. Mind you, the upstairs is for the men. You know what I'm saying? For that shit was for us. You know, real talk. So she really didn't even have no business being up there in the first place. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, how it is in the hood, a lot of motherfuckers don't say nothing about these kids fucking around with grown men. They don't be saying shit. They be letting these kids fuck these men. You know what I'm saying? And this is a reason why these men be fucking with kids, because a lot of the time people don't say shit, man. It's sad, but that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? So when she came up there, it was about a good 10 niggas up there that she walked past, and ain't none of them said, hey, take your ass back downstairs. You know what I'm saying? Everybody let her walk through, because like I said, that's just how it is in the hood, you know? So anyway, she come walk up to me. She jumped right on top of me while I'm laying down on the couch. She literally jumped on top of me type shit. You know what I'm saying? She trying to hold my arms down. She trying to kiss on me. I'm like, man, what the fuck? Boom, threw her up off me, right? I sit up. I'm telling my cousin, hey, man, what the fuck? Get this girl. These niggas so zoned out playing the 2K, they ain't paying me no mind. They like, man, she always be on bullshit, man. We trying to play this game, woo, woo. I'm like, hell no, y'all niggas tweaking, bro. She jump up, she get to chasing after me like, come on, let me suck your dick. She literally said this in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dog, it ain't no way that y'all just letting her get away with this shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't saying nothing. They just still playing 2K, right? Man, I walked off. I walked back to the back of the house. While I'm walking, she behind me, grabbing my shirt, pulling my shirt and shit like, come on, let me just suck it. I won't say nothing. She ran the same game the first girl ran, the 9-year-old. Now Tansy is 12. She ran the same game that the 9-year-old ran. So like I said, these kids, they be experienced. They already, you know, be into that having sex at a young age. They already be into that, you know. And I guess she figured that if I did something with her, that she would tell on me. So this is why I'm not gonna do it. So this is why she was coming at me like, I'm not gonna tell anybody. I just want to suck it. We don't gotta have sex or anything. I just want to suck it. Can I suck it, please? Brushing her off the whole time, right? So she trying to run in front of me. She get to grabbing my belt and she trying to take my belt off. Pushed her up. Dog, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? I pushed her off me. I went in the back room with my cousin Ed. Ed was a little older than us. Ed was about 25. Rest in peace to my cousin Ed. You know what I'm saying? He gone too, you know. But Ed was a drunk. And him and his homeboys, drunks. All they did was drink all day. They wouldn't drink no water, nothing. His eyes was like a reddish, yellowish color. Like all he did was drink. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, that's what took his life, you know, some years down the line. But the nigga Ed a fucking drunk, right? So I ran in the room with Ed. Boom, I slammed the door, right? Ed and two of his homeboys in there drinking and shit. I'm like, look, dog, what y'all got going on with this girl Tansy? You know, like, she is a fucking freak, bro. And she only 12 years old. Like, y'all need to get her. You know what I'm saying? Nah, like I said before, I don't be on that snitching shit, but I had to with this one because she was just tweaking. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm over here for the family. You know, like, I'm trying to chill with my family, and this damn 12-year-old trying to rape me type shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, Ed and his crew drunk as hell. They ain't paying no mind either. They laughing at me. Oh, nigga, You gonna let a little 12-year-old boss you around? You know, they on that type of time. I'm like, man, fuck y'all niggas, man. I opened the door, peeked out the door to try and see if she was around, you know, because she knew not to come in these rooms because she knew these adults and they gonna spank that ass by coming in, you know, they rooms type shit. So I open the door a little bit. I look out the door. I don't see her. All right, cool. This is my chance to break. So as soon as I open the door, I shot down them stairs. You know what I'm saying? I get down the stairs. I go out the back door. At the time, my auntie, she had a Mercury Sable. If you don't know what a Mercury Sable is, Mercury, they went out of business like 2008, some shit like that. You know, they had a nice little fleet of cars or whatever, but they couldn't last long. Mercury was like a branch off of Ford. So a Sable is like the generic, the Sable is like the generic version of a Taurus. You know what I'm saying? It looked like a Taurus, but it's not a Taurus. So you don't know what I'm talking about? Just look up the car, a Mercury Sable. Look up a 1998, 1999 Mercury Sable. It's like a spinoff of a Ford Taurus. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, she had one of those in her backyard and it was broke down. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to buy it from her, but she was on some bullshit, you know. So anyway, the car just sitting there in the backyard broke down and shit, right? When I shot out the back door, I jumped in the car because basically I was supposed to be staying on West Warren for the night. You know what I'm saying? Because it's two buses that I got to catch to get back home. The first bus is the Warren bus. The Warren bus is called Crosstown. Crosstown run 24 hours. So you can catch the Crosstown anytime. You know what I'm saying? Going east and west, Crosstown run 24 hours. Where I need to get down to, which was a street called Evergreen. You know what I'm saying? Evergreen bus stopped running at a certain time. So I knew I couldn't catch the bus because that time came and went. So I had to stay on West Warren for the night, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Man, when I ran out that back door, I jumped in that motherfucking Sable. I linked the seat all the way back, right? When I did that, I seen a blanket in the back seat. I grabbed the blanket, I threw that shit over me, you know what I'm saying? Act like I'm just laid under this blanket to where you can't see my face or nothing, you know what I'm saying? I just got the whole blanket covering me, right? Soon as I did that, literally, soon as I did that, I hear the back door open. I'm just being quiet. I'm staying still. You know what I'm saying? Lean back in the chair with this damn cover over me, right? She come out. She's like, where did he go? Like I could hear her talking, saying, where did I go? Like she looking for me type shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in the car. She don't even know I'm in the car because the car been sitting there for like 2 years straight. You know what I'm saying? So she ain't even think to look in the car because the car just basically abandoned in the damn backyard. She thought she look out the door. She thought she'll probably see me in the backyard or something. You know what I'm saying? But I was in the car. You feel me? So she went back in the house, closed the door. She did that. I pulled the cover down off of my face. I'm like, dog, I'm about to get raped by a 12-year-old. Like, what type of shit going on here? You know what I'm saying? So I fell asleep in the car. I didn't go back in the house because I knew if I would have went back in the house, Tansy would have fucking stripped me. Like she was on tip. You know what I'm saying? She went from basically telling me I can't come in because she don't know who the fuck I am to now she want to rape me type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just in the car. I went to sleep, right? That next morning, it's about 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. I woke up. I walked from the backyard to the front yard. Boom, walked up the street, hopped on the Crosstown, took me back to the hood. You know what I'm saying? I was gone after that. So when I left, I didn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? I kept it solid on that play too. But at the same time, it was this girl named Bianca that hung out with my cousin Ashley. You know what I'm saying? The girl Bianca, oh my God, she was so fine. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Bianca was feeling me at that time. So me and Bianca was, you know, a little flirting shit back and forth. We had each other number, blah, blah, blah type shit, right? So after I left and I went back home, she called me. She like, you know, where you at? What happened? She was like, I only seen you for like 5 minutes and, you know, now I don't see you. Where you at? I'm like, shit, I went home. You know what I'm saying? She like, why the fuck you leave? What happened? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, let me go ahead and just tell her, you know. So I'm like, look, I'm about to tell you something, but I need you to keep your mouth closed because I don't want to get her in trouble. She like, is it about Tansy? I'm like, yeah. She like, I know that little freak ass bro. She always on some freak shit. She like, what she do? Woo, woo, woo. So I told her, I was like, ain't nothing happening, but she was real aggressive, you know what I'm saying, type shit. So we talked about it. She was like, all right, I'm not gonna say nothing. It's all good, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. The next time I came over there, what happened? Bianca definitely said something. So it's like, man, honestly, if you know something and you don't want nobody to say nothing, don't say nothing to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because they gonna say something, That's just all there's to it. So I didn't want to get the girl in trouble, but Bianca ended up saying something, and they basically banned her from coming over there. You know what I'm saying? So Tansy couldn't come over there no more, type shit. I don't know why it took for Bianca to say something because I was already there trying to tell them, like, hey, this little girl tripping, you know what I'm saying? But they brushing me off. But when Bianca say something, oh, they banned her from coming over there. You know what I'm saying? On some weird shit, but that's what it was. So, them was the two stories I got for y'all, man. I had two underage minors, man, that tried me. You feel me? Like, and luckily, I'm not one of them type of guys that be on that weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I could have got down with both of them and wouldn't nobody even know. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't coming like that. Like that shit would have been on my conscience. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, I could have got away with it right then and there. But then I know that I did something wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I just was not with that shit at all. And it just didn't happen and it wasn't gonna happen. So to all the fellas out there, and the ladies, both sides. If you got a minor, trying to mess with you and all of that, and ain't nobody gonna find out and all of that shit, man, look, don't do it. Don't do it. I don't care how horny you is or how horny the damn kid, whatever it is, don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't fucking do it. It don't matter if people will find out or not. Don't do it, man. Well, some people just weird as hell. They gonna do it anyway. But that's my message, man. Just be careful with these kids because a lot of these kids, they be trauma bond. You know what I'm saying? Like they done been through some shit in their lifetime. Where they uncles or such and such, then touched on them when they was young. And it just opened them up to be on some wild shit. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up, but it is what it is. So hopefully y'all learn something from it. If you ain't learned nothing from what I said, at least you learned that I'm not one of them weirdos that mess with kids, because that's not my thing. And what made me bring this up was I seen a story yesterday about a Detroit cop. This Detroit cop, he didn't got locked up because he was texting this minor. And, they showed all the messages that he was texting the minor. Now, I don't know if he ever did anything with her. I don't think he did. But, in the messages, he was texting the girl back and forth. Basically, he telling her like, hey, I know you got an iPhone and, your people can trace all of this stuff. Why don't I give you a phone so me and you could talk personally? He was on that type of time. So I guess, the family, told the authorities. They ended up locking dog up for this shit, And I just been seeing a lot of that, with these grown men fucking with these little kids. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit sad as hell for real. It's crazy, man. So like I said, if you ain't learned nothing else from me, know that I don't mess with kids, man. And I hope y'all don't either. It's been another live stream of Roll Up a Power Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.